Yo, what's up, peoples? Mood616 here, and I got a contest entry for the Underground Vault, also known as Alex, and yeah, he's hit 300 subs, so he's put on a really awesome contest, got lots of great prizes. Big ups, buddy, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so pretty cool contest. You got 5 questions. Yeah, might as well just get right into it. I'm just doing this off my head. I actually forgot to bring my laptop on here. I was going to read the questions off, but so I believe these might be out of order too. So I know the first question was your favorite concert you've ever been to or want to go to. Hip hop, or any genre. My favorite, I'll just start with a non-hip hop show. My favorite non-hip hop show I've ever been to has to be Ramstein's. It was one of the fucking most insane shows I've ever seen. Every single song that they played was just like it was like a show in itself. There was just so much going on. It was just like a play for every song. It was insane. Really cool show. Favorite hip hop show I've ever been to has to be the Alcoholics. They headlined the show. Living Legends opened up for them, and then Defari was actually the very first opening act. The Living Legends were awesome. I'm not the hugest Living Legends fan as a group. I mean, as like solo artists, I like it more as a group. But the show was fucking awesome. The Alcoholics just absolutely tore the show apart. It was ridiculous, man. It was just so good. I've seen lots of artists over the years. I thought Warren G put on a really cool show. Yeah, I don't know. I've just seen so many shows in my life. I guess I'm just too old. A group that I've always wanted to see live, which was already been said, is Public Enemy. One of my favorite groups of all time. I never got a chance to see them live. It was just such a shame. I really wish I could get to see them sometime, but yeah, there's lots of acts I would love to see. I would have loved to have seen Eric B and Rakim back in the early 90s, or the late 80s, early 90s. I would have been really young, but I think that would have been fucking amazing, absolutely totally dope. Okay, so move on from that one. Now, I can't remember if the question was your first album ordered online or ever ordered. I honestly do not have a clue what the first album was that I ordered online. I started ordering albums online probably in about 2000, 2001, I would say, is probably the first purchase I made online. And I absolutely don't have a fucking clue, but I do remember the very first CD that I did order, because I remember ordering tapes back in the day when I was younger, in 89, 88, 89, 90 and stuff, through through the local record shops like Sight and Sound and stuff that we had back in the day. But I remember the very first CD that I ordered, and it took 2 months to come in. It was ridiculous. And it was definitely Life Is Too Short by Too Short. Yeah, this actually isn't the copy though, because that CD that I ordered back in the day, I think I actually gave away, and then I rebought it. But yeah, this was definitely the first album that I remember ordering on CD. I know there was tapes before that, but I gotta go with Too Short. As for internet, fuck, I don't have the slightest clue. I want to say something like, no, it couldn't have been, because it was 2001, 2002, so it was probably something from the 90s that I ordered. I don't know. So anyways, moving on here. So next question, you wanted a few albums that you think are underrated. I picked out a few here. I'll just rip through these because I kind of went overboard as usual. But I'll start off with some albums that I thought I'd never see anyone talk about. Start off with the C-Town legend Kid Sensation. This guy's from Seattle. This album came out in 1990. It says 1992 on the back here, but I believe I'm pretty sure this came out in 1991. It does say 92, but I don't, for some reason I remember 91. Kid Sensation was he was all fucking rolling with like Sir Mix-a-Lot in the, you know, in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s and stuff. I always thought this was really cool. It's kind of a, you know, it's got that 92 sound. It's kind of, it's not fully gangster, but he does, you know, I don't know. It's one of those albums you just gotta check out, man. I think it's pretty fucking cool, actually. I'm gonna have to throw this shit over here. Kid Sensation. Another album I listen to a lot. I never fucking hear about, I never hear people talk about it at all. It's Tajay's Power Movement from Souls of Mischief and obviously Hieroglyphics. I always loved this record, man. I thought the remix album was actually really cool too. But this is one that, for some reason, gets highly, highly overlooked. It came out in 2004. And, I don't know, man. I never hear people ever talk about this one. It's kind of cool. It's in the wrong spot. Next, I don't know if I if I showed this one on the last one. Excuse me if I do repeat myself, because I've got a shitty memory. But yeah, Steezo Crazy Noise. This is an album from 1989, I believe, is when it came out. I don't know. I feel like I have shown this in something, but this is a fucking great album. Totally one of the best albums of that year. You know, it's just it just looks like it's a fucking Fresh Prince knockoff, for Christ's sake. But no, this is a great album, man. Just got that, you know, that old school vibe, but just really clever album. Next up is, no pun intended, but this is criminally slept on. I honestly fucking think this is just fantastic. But Scientific with Criminal. Scientific now has passed away, so rest in peace to Scientific. But this was a fucking great album. It's got awesome production on here by Edo G, Diamond D from DITC, Buck Wilds, and shit like that. It's amazing, man. Awesome grimy shit right there. Next album here, Top Quality's Magnum Opus. This is an album that I barely ever hear anyone talk about. It's very, very grimy. It's very like, this was produced by, I want to say, it was executive produced by PMD. I think PMD actually did produce this entire album though. But it's got that like, that PMD really low bass tone sound to it and shit. It's very grimy and just fucking dirty, but this is a very cool album. I think I did show this one last time. I apologize if I did. But this one always, every time I talk about underrated albums, I always have to bring this one up. But Exprolific's Like It Should Be. It's no longer part of Hieroglyphics, but this album is just fucking fantastic. It's got great ass vibe to it. But yeah. I could basically show every album for this group. I'm not exactly 100% sure if you say their name Sin or Sign, but it's an album called Time Being. I've got pretty much all, I think I do have all their albums, but this is a group that just is criminally slept on, man. You know, they put out nothing but dope albums. I've never heard one fucking song by these guys that was shitty. But yeah, this is a group to definitely look for. I think they're actually called Sign, so. But yeah, definitely check out that group. Here's an album, you know, I find that's underrated. People never really gave it a chance at the time because, you know, coming off their debut album that was all produced by DJ Premier, you know, and I was one of those people, man. I knew when this album came out and I just totally didn't really give it a chance. A few years later, I picked it up and fucking loved it, man. Which is Group Home's Tear for a Ghetto. I mean, everyone knows their first record, but not a lot of people know about, or I mean, they know about this, but I haven't really heard this record. There is one track on here produced by Primo, but overall, this album's amazingly slept on because I think it's actually pretty fucking dope, man. But whatever. Next up here, Rob Reed with Looney Tunes. This is a fucking album that, like, honestly, people that grew up in the listening to 90s hip hop when it was coming out probably knew about this stuff. The new generation probably doesn't know about Rob Reed that much, but this is a group that this is grimy shit, dude. Like, very, very fucking grimy. Awesome cover. It's got one of the weirdest fucking cases too, man. It's got one of these, like, kind of snap cases. I don't know. You don't see these very often. I guess No Limit did these later in the 90s, but That's a cool fucking record. Next up is Ultimate Force. This is Diamond's first group before he was like in EITC. It's an album called I'm Not Playing. Very, very fucking dope. This is, it says re-release, but it's not really re-release. This album never did drop back in the day. It was supposed to come out, I believe, in '88. I'm pretty sure it didn't come out. I might be tripping. I know that the 12 inches came out, but yeah, so it's Diamond D and Master Rob. Next up is another album that didn't come out back in the day. Got a reissue. This is from 1991, J-Rock Streetwise. This is a fucking amazing album. Just, it's hardcore, it's gangster, it's fucking got some DJ Premier produced tracks on here from like 91, which are fucking awesome tracks, man. Just awesome shit right there. And last up, I know I went a little overboard with these albums, but I was just grabbing albums quickly. Godfather Don's Style Belief. I mean, pretty much Godfather Don, in my opinion, is very slept on. I mean, not a lot of people, people do talk about him, listen to him, but, you know, I never hear him get brought up in, like, you know, like an everyday conversation. But one of the most underrated MCs of all fucking time, man. This guy spits syllables like multis and shit like that, you'd not believe. I mean, he was doing it before pretty much a lot of people were. But no, just awesome producer, awesome MC. Can never get enough of Godfather Don. So another question was your favorite instrumental album of all time. I actually had a hard time with this one because I don't really know what my favorite instrumental album of all time. If I really had to choose, I actually don't even have physical copies of them, but the Emancipator albums, the two Emancipator albums that came out in the last couple years, Over the Steep Cliffs and the other one, I can't fucking remember the titles. But anyways, if you know who Emancipator is, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'll just show a few that are albums that I fucking love. First off is Blockhead with Downtown Science. Just a cool vibe. Just love the fucking beats on this record, man. This one was in my system for like fucking months and months over ends. I just love the vibe on this record. It's awesome. Next up is like a pretty much a fucking newer record, which is North by Blue Sky Black Death. I mean, this is fucking phenomenal. You know, absolutely love this record. I just, you know, this type of vibe is just the easiest shit ever to chill to, and I can always think really well when I'm listening to this shit. It's weird. But you know, in my opinion, I mean, not my opinion, I don't think it's a better album. It's all subject, right, to opinions, but I do like late night cinema better. I bought this record probably like fucking 400 times when it came out, man. It came out in it's 2008. It's already like 5 years old, close to 5 years old. Now, when I first heard this shit absolutely fucking floored me. I'd never heard anything like this before. And I think that's pretty much why I couldn't get used to, I just couldn't get over it, you know. It's phenomenal. The vibe is so hard to explain. It's kind of, I don't know. It's phenomenal. Shades of Blue by Madlib. Now, this is just a phenomenal jazzy hip-hop record. Fucking love it. Everyone knows what this is. Another one that I love to bump, man. I love to bump this record when I'm driving. I just love the vibe of it, but Oh No, It's Ethiopian. This is a fucking really underrated fucking instrumental album, man. I mean, I know it was getting its props a little bit when it came out and then just fell right off the fucking face of the map, but yeah, Dr. No's Ethiopian, man. I highly recommend that. That's dope. Omega 1 with the Lo-Fi Chronicles. There's a couple tracks on here that have MCs, like I Self Divine's on here and Low-Tech and stuff. It's only 2 tracks, but I love the beats on here, man. I wish Omega 1 would produce a lot more. I wish he'd put out more instrumental albums, to be honest, but this is a very underrated one, too. RJD2, Dead Ringer. Now, this is definitely one of my more favorite albums of all time. This has a couple tracks with MCs on it, too, but for the most part, it is an instrumental album. Everyone knows the Whore. I actually sampled the Whore in my intro for my radio show years and years ago. Yeah, Dead Ringer, amazing. And last but not least, DJ Shadow's Introducing. I mean, fuck, man. When this record came out, I couldn't get enough of this shit, man. This was fucking dope. I wasn't even really overly that much into like instrumentals and stuff when this dropped. When did it come out? 1990. I want to say 96 or something like that. Yeah, I don't think I heard this record right away. Yeah, this is 96. I don't think I heard this record until, I want to say about a year later, 97 or whatever. My buddy showed it to me. Because like I said, I wasn't really that much into instrumentals. When I was 16, I was listening to fucking boom bap. This is awesome. And for favorite producer albums of all time, this was a tough one for me because I love producer albums. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of went a little overboard on this, but I thought I just picked out a few that I thought were awesome. Maybe I'll pick one in here that is my favorite. But first up is Cutmaster Kurt's Masters of Illusion. This is fucking amazing. Love this record. Yeah, you just can't go wrong. And you know what's funny, because this one always used to get fucking posted, you know, for being such a dope record. No one ever talks about this shit anymore. Such a shame, man. I gotta give props to these records. The DJ Jazzy Jeff album, The Magnificent. Absolutely love this vibe. I think DJ Jazzy Jeff is one of the most underrated producers, man. He fucking does such a great job. And then The Return of the Magnificent, another great vibe. This has got just shit tons of awesome MCs on here. I love the fact that Big Daddy Kane is on here, man. I love that so much. J Live's on here. You got Method Man, Dave Ghetto, Cardinal Official, so on. Awesome. Now this is one that always, the very first album when I thought of producer albums that came to my mind, for some weird reason, was DJ Muggs' Soul Assassins. I remember when this album first came out, me and my buddy, I don't think this thing left the CD player for fucking, you know, like a month. Like all we did was listen to this record, so kind of burnt in my mind. So I don't know. First thing I thought of was this. Kind of cheating with this one because the way I look at it as a producer album, I'm not trying to put collabo records in there. Like producer album, you know, somebody producing and you got a whole pile of MCs all over the beat. Well, this is like that, but Pete Rock does rap on this album, so I'm kind of cheating here. But I mean, essentially this album has features on every single song, and it does feel like a producer album. It's kind of like all Pete Rock solo records, really. But I mean, this is one of my favorite albums of all time, Soul Survivor. I could listen to this album every single fucking day. I mean, just the song Respect My OC is just fucking ridiculous. Awesome. I know I'm kind of cheating here, but this is already been shown, but Marley Marl, I actually had pretty much all these things set out. I was going to do this like last week. I had all this shit sitting here, and I haven't been able to. I've been so busy at work, but In Control Volume 1 and In Control Volume 2. Now, I know this record gets shit on a lot, but I actually do like this. For some reason, it's just, this album makes me laugh. And I always found myself listening to it, like the Symphony Part 2 with Little Daddy Shane on it. Fucking just makes me laugh, man. But, I don't know, man. It's not like the greatest record in the world, but, you know, for any vintage hip-hop head, you gotta have this shit. Here's a record that I absolutely love, DJ JS1's Ground Original, the first volume. Now there's 3 of them. I actually do like all the volumes. I know I think part 2 gets shit on quite a bit, but I don't know, man. This has just got amazing features, man. You got Big Daddy Kane on here, Punching Words, Casual, Coochie Rap, Planet Asia, Percy P, Master Ace, Ill Bill, Acrobatic, Karis One, Rozelle, C. Ray Walls, Pep Love, OC, Fuck Dice Raw. I mean, the shit just goes on, man. This is phenomenal. I love it. DJ Honda 1. Love this track. One of my favorite songs, International Anthem, the licks. Awesome shit, man. Can never get enough of that record. Here's one album that I listen to. Actually, the next 4 I listen to all the time. I still do, man. Even when I have new albums to listen to, these are the albums that I put in the deck all the time. Marco Polo's Port Authority. I fucking love this record, man. I think that Heat by Superstition on here is just phenomenal. Nostalgia by Master Ace is fucking amazing. Wrong One by Wordsworth. Marquee by fucking OC. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Awesome. One of my favorite. This came out in 2000, I want to say 2007. Wow, it's getting so old. Lars Pro on here is fucking amazing. The Radar, love it. That shit was one of the best albums of that year. Next, I've showed this before. I absolutely love this record. Della, Changes the Atmosphere, one of the best new age jazzy hip hop records of all time. Yeah, Changes of Atmosphere. Fucking love this. I've talked about this before. Absolutely amazing. And the next two are by the Jazz Liberators, and this is Clin Diallo. I don't know. It's French. Another jazzy hip hop record, producer record. Awesome, awesome shit. And then this one's Fruits of the Past. These are amazing, essential fucking records. I absolutely love how they're like pretty much the same looking album. That's so. Sorry about the long ass video and me showing like 1,000 records, but I like doing the video. I'm entering to support the channel. I don't really care about winning at all. But yeah, congratulations on the 300 subs, Alex. And yeah, I guess that's it. So Merry Christmas, buddy, and peace out from Moose.